Think we're good? Okay, we're working. Then this one I need to... So if I go back here. Okay, it's hidden. Should be. Yes. Okay. I think we're good. All right, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Okay, let's go ahead and finish up this.
Sage, by contrast, brings in much better toys that can be controlled.
I don't like the green screen on this. It doesn't that clean. Maybe it's because of the size increase, something like this. A little bit of a glow. Oh, I think it was the blur radius,
Much
maybe?
better toys that can be controlled simultaneously.
Okay, I'm listening for
Sage
audio
by-
balance here.
Sage, by contrast, brings in much better toys that can be controlled simultaneously. You'll be getting holes filled you never knew you had. If that wasn't enough.
Alright, I think I need a adjustment clip here. Let's just keyframe in a quick little zoom. Let's just go in like 10%, something like that.
If that
Then we can do another thing here.
if that wasn't enough, protection
Be like 20%.
if that wasn't enough, protection is always optional with them. By the time you've come to your if that wasn't enough, protection is always optional with them. By the time you've come
I'm doing these on separate timelines, so the audio isn't quite as polished as it's going to be because I will be compressing and limiting Drax's voice.
if that wasn't enough, protection is always
Let's just grab this. Let's go ahead and do something.
is always optional with them. By the time you've come to your senses, however, they've Icarused away.
I kind of want to keep the same,
If that wasn't enough,
like, jackhammer, if I can. I like the first.
protection is enough. Protection is all that wasn't enough. Protection
Probably going to reduce this volume. Make it like a -22. So.
if that wasn't enough, protection
Probably don't need a crossfade here.
wasn't enough. Protection is always optional with them. By the time you enough, protection is always optional with them. If that wasn't enough, protection is always optional with them. By the time you've come
Okay, this one's kind of questionable, but but it's okay. We make it work, I think. We'll just do another just fade
come
canon.
to your
Maybe even let's start this about here. So I have a little bit of room to move this center left here. Ahead. That.
come to your senses, however, they've Icarused away. You now have twins. You now have twins. Icarused away. You now have twins. Away. You now away. You now have twins. A tier.
Yeah, you know, I'm cool with that for now. I was gonna look for a sound bite then. Uh. Okay, maybe we throw this in here. We can throw this in.
Optional with them.
You can split this in half, perhaps something like this.
Is always optional with them. By the time.
Yeah.
Sage, by contrast, brings in much better toys that can be controlled simultaneously. You'll be getting holes filled you never knew you had.
I think what I need to throw on here is the camera shake is very fast tilt shake. So let's go ahead and do that. Let's throw another adjustment clip up in this thing. So. And let's just throw in a shake on this.
If that wasn't enough, protection is always optional with them. By the time
Yeah, that's what this was missing.
If that wasn't enough, protection is always optional with them. By the time you've...
I'm wondering if I want a little more tilt in here. Let's see.
If that wasn't enough, protection is always optional with them. By the time you've come to your...
We could stop the shake right here.
By the time you've come to your senses, however, they've Icarused away. You now have twins. Wait.
I think since we're flying to the right, I might just grab these clips here and then we can just do it
Icarused away. You now have twins.
We bring this more like over here.
Wait. You know.
We can just do a quick like whip transition here to the right.
You know.
It's this one we want to the left.
You know how. Wait. You know how.
Bring this more like here.
Wait. You know.
It's 2 frames over.
You know.
Maybe 2 more frames over.
Wait. You know how.
3 more frames over.
Wait. You know how. You now have to wait. You now have to away. You now have to away. You
Maybe we don't need that, actually.
wait. You now have twins. A tier.
Okay, there's one more sound effect I need, which is the only way I can describe it is girl on washing machine sound. Or what if I just Google girl on washing machine? Where am I at? There has to be some. I'm trying to think. There has to be like some show or something scenario, like on a Family Guy or something.
Our washing machine, right? It got the song that the washing.
Might have to go research this. I think that might be the plan. Okay, I think for now.
Icarus away. You now have twins. Icarus away. You now have twins. A tier. Sage, by contrast, brings in much better toys that can be controlled simultaneously. You'll be getting holes filled you never knew you had. If that wasn't enough, protection is always optional with them. By the time you've come to your senses, however, they've Icarus away. You now have twins. However, they've Icarus away. You now have twins. A tier.
You know what? Okay, we keep this here as the rough draft for now. Let's do that. Okay. Sage. Yeah, let's do that. Let me upload tubes here. Eight, upload. We have 7 now. Great. Get this on the drive as well. Okay. I think we're good. I think that's what we did this time, right? Did we switch it up? We switched it up. All right. I'm gonna hit the restroom real quick, and then we gotta plan the next one. I do some prep work here. All right, let's double check this.
Sage, by contrast, brings in much better toys that can be controlled simultaneously. You'll be getting holes filled you never knew you had. If that wasn't enough, protection is always optional with them. By the time you've come to your senses, however, they've Icarus away. You now have twins.
You know what?
Tier.
Maybe we throw in a little bit of motion blur on here too. I think the motion blur is on. What if we throw some motion blur on?
Wasn't enough. Protection is always optional with them. By the time, if that wasn't enough,
If we do a little bit more
protection
speed
is always
too.
optional with them. By the time you've come, if that wasn't enough, protection is always optional with them. By the time you've come to, if that wasn't enough, protection is always optional. Sage.
Okay, I think that's good. I think that's chillin'. I think that's okay. Yeah, you know, these past two ones have been very interesting to edit and search, or you know, look up footage to use.
If that wasn't enough, protection is always optional with them. By the time you've come to your by the time you've come,
I'm gonna bring the
always
motion scale
optional
back
with
up.
them. By the time you've come, that wasn't enough. Protection is
Yeah, I think that's good enough. I'm trying to plan out the next scenes, Will Peony, so I, you know, try to take out or try to do some of the prep work for tonight here. Just to make the things, or you know, make things a little bit smoother here. So we have 7 jobs done now. We have 7. Seven out of 19. $20, I guess, actually. 7 out of 20. It feels like we've been filming for forever, and I'm not even halfway yet. Okay. Crafters and gatherers, no. Thank the Lord. No, not doing crafters and gatherers. I'm trying to let's open up the dock here. Uh, yeah, they're on the tier list, but no, it's just the combat jobs is all we will be doing. Gunbreaker is done. The White Mage or the Dark Knight is done as well, which is great. White Mage is done. Scholar not done. Astrology. Gotta get the Sage finished. This part here. Yeah, thank God. That's what I was thinking too. I'm trying to think which ones to tackle today. I did come up with a grand idea for the Scholar. um, he's a lot of protection. I have an idea for the Scholar here. Even though I had one idea prior, but maybe okay. So okay, Scholar. Okay, my idea for the Scholar standing. Um, you know, close up shot. A face. Scholar looks to the left. You know, left. Use looks to the left. Sees okay, this is the Scholar looks to the left, and new shot here. Sees sex zombies approaching. I don't know. Scholar looks to the right and sees more sex zombies approaching. Okay. Scholar standing, close up shot on face. Close up shot on Fairy. Scholar looks to the left. See sex zombies approaching. Skull looks to the right. This will be a new shot too. Sees more. They don't have to be sex zombies. They could just be promiscuously dressed people. Anyway, that's my term for it. Okay. Top-down view of Scholar and zombie, or zombies approaching. Close-up shot of Scholar summoning shield. Putting up a shield. This one, oh, I feel like I'm making this one a little, okay, anyway. A Scholar putting up a shield. Top-down view of Scholar putting down or putting up a shield. Zombies get pushed away. Green screen that. Zombies on outside of the shield trying to get in. I feel like this one's a little. Oh, okay. This one might be. Maybe I'm doing too much for that one.
Next, we have Wand leaving Sheriff to keep things magic tricks. They're toys that idea foreplay hard. They bring some toys into the bedroom, but it's. Scholars, on the other hand, already have a kid to look after, so they use a lot of protection. Still, they'll bring in their friend Seraph to keep things spicy in the bedroom. Unfortunately, the shields are so big you almost can't feel anything.
Wait. Help me understand this, Volpini. Your interpretation of this.
Still, they'll bring in their friend have a kid. Scholars, on the other hand, already have a kid to look after.
Scholars already have a kid to look after. I imagine that Drac was talking about the fairy. Would you also make that assumption if you hear that? Because that leads me to the second part of this, which kind of contradicts that. Not that it's super important, say. Oh, I think for this one we could do use black bars for this cinematic look. Okay. Maybe we can try this one today. Potentially. Okay, Scholar. I want to see if I could write something for the Warrior. We have the Warrior to take you for a ride on the wild side. Let's hear what Zach Drac actually says about Warrior.
Next, we have Warrior to take you for a ride on the wild side. They're the types to pick you up and throw you on the bed. Or through a wall. And you know they're always going for that inner release. Let's just say their intuition isn't the only thing they like raw. You're already pregnant. You're already pregnant. You're already pregnant. S tier. Next, we have Warrior to take you for a ride on the wild side. Next, we have Warrior to take you for a ride on the wild side.
I have a very silly idea for this opening part.
They're the types to pick you up and throw you on the bed. Or through a wall. And you know
I think my only hang up with this one is I want to try to do this whole throwing thing. But I don't know how I would simulate that. It doesn't seem possible. Unless I do a lot of rotoscoping. Could be a possibility.
next we
Let me see here. What was the name of that deadly amusement park? Action Park. What if I can clip something from Action Park and green screen?
New and improved, beautiful.
The tour slides was the Rise Mobile, an island leaked open for
Probably not.
pools. Years later, on the turn, many other financial difficulties that they go back and starring.
Out of breath.
Bye, guys. I'm gonna go put some clothes on.
Hold on a second. No, not so fast.
I just Google roller coaster. No, maybe this is a bit too elaborate of a...
Ladies and gentlemen
Can I steal something from Planet
of each
Coaster?
other, your toolkit, which is first coast. It's at the very back of the park. As is really cool. Load up. I have to. The chair, like ambience, can really elevate a creative.
You know, maybe we do something a little bit different. What if we just do... take you on a ride on the wild side? What if we do like a... Scene 1. Scene 1, yeah, we could do a ride... What's that car cart? Ride in car. Cool, we'll call it Cool Ride in Car. With cool looking warrior with cool shades. We play rock music or something. Yeah, play some like play some like 80s rock type music. Okay. And then how do we try to pick you up and throw you on the bed? Unless I can like green screen it. Maybe.
Next, we have Warrior to take you for a ride on the wild side. They're the types to pick you up and throw you on the bed. Or through a wall. And you know they're always going for that inner release. Let's just say their intuition isn't the only thing they like raw. They're the types to pick you up and throw you on the bed. Or through a wall. And you know they're always going... Or through a wall. And you know they're always going for that inner release. Let's just say their intuition isn't the only thing they like raw. You're already pregnant.
I might be able to green screen something and just do like a really shitty rotoscope and put two animations together. Green screen warrior throw animation plus green screen being thrown animation onto bed. Green screen warrior throw animation plus bed being thrown wall. I feel like it's gonna look. But if I can figure that out, then I think we have something.
For a wall, and you know they're always going for that inner release. Let's just say their intuition isn't the only thing they like raw.
Could do something with a just an inner release scene.
Next, we have Warrior to take you for a ride on the wild side. They're the types to pick you up in.
Is there a car? Oh, wait, hold on. Let's see what does the car look like. Let's go to Thanalan or something. This is called the Regalia. I could totally... do. Okay, we could do something like that. Maybe I'll need to be acting in this. That way I can just record this pretty easily. Okay. I think I have a scene. Yeah. Need a shot behind car while driving. Edit in a license plate that says wild thing or something like that. Okay. I think that should be fine. Can I G-pose the car? Like, driving? Is that a thing? Oh, I can. I can. Not that I feel like we need to. Per se. That's kind of interesting. I don't think we need to. That's good to know. I can't mount up in the house, so. But I could totally finagle a recording. Like this. Just need a good angle. Okay. Okay. Let's go experiment with some emotes that I can use to potentially throw something. I need something where my hands will go up and then come down. As if like even like an attack or something. Let's see what we can find here. The cheer is not gonna do anything. A clutch head is close to what I need, I think. Elucidate, examine self, face palm, salute, fist bump. I could fist bump someone onto the bed. Fist bump punch. I'm just gonna write that here as a potential fist bump punch. The fume. Okay, fume. We do the fume. I think it might be fume. Fume animation. That one looks pretty good. Yeah, I probably the fume. That's good, unless there's something that's just 10 times better somehow. Okay, let's do that. I'm gonna record a quick fume here. What if we do a straight on like this? Then how do I get the angle? We'll go to the blue screen room. Give me 1 second. I have an idea. Need to angle this. Let me hide myself here. Okay. That's one. And then I needed the shocked. I think it's shocked. Yeah. Okay. Do that. And then I need this one from behind though. Then I need to slowly, and I need to bring this up too. Then I need... Okay, so I'm gonna move to a different area here. I'm working on an idea right now. What's going on, guys? I'm just working on an idea without having to blender this. I'm trying to see if I can do this with a shitty animation of some sort. I capture this and then I swing up at the same time. Okay, the only way to do it is to try. I wish that I could swing that up faster. You guys know when I'm in G pose how I can pan up faster like this? Is that a okay, maybe I go into sensitivity settings and just bump that the hell up. Camera speed, keyboard. What was this at? Is this at like 33 or something? I forget. Yeah, camera speed. Oh, yes, it's this one. I had it at 0. I need a quick, like... I need a quick... I think that's quick enough. Let's try that. I'm gonna hide myself again. I'm just testing it on myself here. Let's do a quick. Move myself up a little bit closer here, like this. Actually, maybe I should. Yeah, maybe something like that. Okay, I'm just gonna try it. We'll see how it looks. Okay. If I do that, then I need it for the front pose too, I feel. Right? So that needs to come... What was the emote I chose? I forget. I already forget. It was... Fume. If I go into G pose and the camera's doing that, then for this one I need. Oh yeah, I need to start up here. I might be confusing myself right now. Let me just get these recordings. Hold on. Mulligan, mulligan, mulligan. I think that might have been good enough. Perhaps. Yeah, no worries. I'm just doing some pre-planning for tonight, so yeah, I'll be on later. I'll probably be hopping off within the next 45 minutes or so, 30 minutes. I kind of want to experiment with this.
Next, we have
Just gonna throw this on here. Let's do warrior. Then let me just throw these in here. Slam front. Okay, the only throw this in here. Slam front pan. And then this will be slammed pan. Okay, I'm just gonna experiment with these two. Slammed front pan. And a slammed pan. Technically, I don't really need the audio from these, but we'll just keep the audio because we don't need the audio. Just gonna cut this like about here. Okay, same thing with this one. I don't think this makes sense. One would also have to go. They have to go in reverse. Starting up here. Just cut this. Did I have a better one here? Let's see. Let's just cut this about here. This. Okay, I'm gonna blue screen these out. Oh, whoops, that's the wrong thing that I'm on here. Okay. All right. This is another thing where it's like I'm kind of moving in 3D space with the cam, trying to, or you know, trying to position my angles correctly. All right, so technically if I did this, I threw these on top of each other. Just say I zoom this guy down a little bit. Be supposed to look like a slam, which I think it kind of does. I need to start this a lot earlier. This doesn't look very good. Let's say I end the clip here, and then just say I go film like a random bed. And I imagine we have a bed up here. Or any sort of couch. Maybe not that. Well, here, let me... It's gonna go... Do I have a bed? Here, do they have a bed here? Give me a bed. Give me a basic ass bed. You? Then let me just adjust the lighting in here so it's bright. Remodel interior, no. Lighting. Just make it really bright. Let me just put a bed. I feel like I just should put this housing button. Is there a housing button? Let's rotate this like a bit. Now? Then I'm gonna just place myself right about here and then hide myself in G pose. But technically, what I'm looking for is something like this. Let me zoom this in. Oh, if only that didn't get in the way. Actually, you know what? I think I need to be more like over here. Maybe back here, actually. I have to catch it so it doesn't. Okay, I'm gonna go for it. That was pretty good. That's good. That's all I needed. Okay, so if I have this. I just throw it in here. Call it the bed test. Then theoretically, if I take this, throw it here. Both need to come. Okay, this has to be the base layer first. And then I find where I started panning down like this. Okay. Sort of. Oh, this is not gonna look good at all. I don't think this is gonna look very good. Maybe I have to zoom this up quite a bit. Okay, and then I take this and I bring it another layer here. Oh, then I have to rotate. It's gonna take quite a bit of effort. Unless I can do a magic mask. On just the bed here? Let's see if it captures the bed. Sort of. Sort of does. But just run the mask through here. Oh, ooh, 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 ooh. I only need it to be about that long. Don't need all of that. Let's just rerun this. Looks okay. Then what we have is a bed slam. Let me just pre-render this in place real quick. Render in place. SQ. I'll throw it in the actual folder just to keep track of it. Bed mask. It kind of works. Except I think this needs to be up a little bit more. On here. Sort of works. My angles just aren't really good. I mean, for the purposes of this could just be... I need to come up with a different pose than this one. But theoretically, this should work, I think. And theoretically, this one I could do on my own. I'm just gonna film my... Then I could just glamour. Okay. Okay. What do you think, Volpini? How does that look? I just need a different pose, and then I gotta get rid of the black, which I can totally do. Coming down here, and then we can just go ahead and throw a box down. I think it can work too. Go ahead and do that. Needs a few different angles. I only want to do one angle for the... It's gonna be a short scene. That's why... Well, that's probably why I'm kind of okay with the quality of this. The quality's okay. If it was a less linear swing down, too. I make this a compound clip, and then I go ahead and retime this. Oh, the hands should be... Yeah, I just need to move this up, I think. And then I have to adjust the camera angle. A little bit better. I give it a little bit more breathing room. Angle would have to really change. No, I'm probably okay with that. Something like along these lines. We just do... Go ahead and give this a time curve. Speed this up quite a bit. Yes. Also ease these in. Okay. I'll do something like this. All right. I have a somewhat of an idea. That's progress, at least. That's some progress. Okay. Okay. I think that'll be it for now. I'll come back on later, maybe, and then we could try to film the scholar one. Maybe even the samurai one or the summoner one. Those ones I have ideas for. Doable. Oh. All right, Volpini. I'll catch you. Bye bye.